Hello everybody, and my name is Ashley with Run 50 States My Way. Today we're going to talk about our very first runcation that my husband Ryan and I completed in 2018, which was in Charlevoix, Michigan. Charlevoix, Michigan is in the northern part of the state, right along Lake Michigan, and it's an absolutely beautiful small town that gets you out of the big cities like Detroit and Ann Arbor and gets you really to appreciate what the advertisements and the commercials call pure Michigan. Breathtaking, absolutely gorgeous blue water, and as somebody who grew up on Lake Erie in Cleveland, I was blown away by how blue and pristine the water was and just how beautiful that part of the northern state was, because I never even imagined that Michigan could be just that beautiful. So today I'm going to take you along with us to remember what our first runcation was like. What I love about Charlevoix not only was the location in that small town along the coast, but also that it really caters to every level of runner. So you get to pick between a 5K, a 10K, a half, and a full. So if you are completing a race in every state like my husband and I are, you have the opportunity to pick and choose depending on the distance that you're comfortable with. My way is to mix and match. My husband is planning on running a marathon in every state. For me, Charlevoix was my very first solo 10K, where I finished in an hour and 20 minutes, and I was very proud of that because I had nobody running with me, no coaches, no friends. It was completely me and the course, which really challenged me, but really helped me appreciate why I specifically love the 10K distance. But sometimes you just want to run a 5K, or as we're going to see in some other states, there's other distances out there that you can look for. So in a second, we're going to actually go through the course and where Charlevoix is and a little bit about the town. But I wanted to take a minute and actually show you two things that I loved about the Charlevoix Marathon. The first is the tech shirt. Or the t-shirt actually, because it's not a tech shirt. It's just a soft cotton t-shirt. So this was the official race shirt that everybody got. It's a nice light blue short sleeve shirt that fits pretty true to size. This is a medium. And it's unisex. So when I was looking for sizes, sometimes if it's a tech shirt or a women's cut, they're a little bit more narrow. So for those of you out there that are always looking at what size should I get? This was a medium. It's a unisex shirt, and it's not a tech shirt. It's cotton with a little bit of a poly blend, so it doesn't shrink as much. But it is a cotton t-shirt, so things to think about. I wouldn't wear this running because obviously it's not a tech shirt. I wear this more every day. The shirts were all the same. The only different about the shirt was the distance. So my husband's shirt says 26.2, mine says 10K on it, but everybody got the same shirt, which I thought was really kind of cool. The other thing I want to point out about the Charlevoix Marathon, which to me, it's all about that bling. The medals for this marathon were amazing. I love races and race directors that really think about the runners who are not running the marathon, who are running a 5K or a 10K, and we want the same bling. We want that same, high quality medal. So this is where it was at, because they're the exact same. It's of the Charlevoix Lighthouse, and the only difference of the medal is where it actually says on it, marathon versus 10K. So my husband and I actually have the exact same medal, which I thought was super cool, because again, it's all about that bling and celebrating your accomplishment and being able to say, yes, I finished my race, and that feeling of the medal going around your neck at the finish line after you've just gone through your distance. There's no greater feeling to me. It's just this immediate rush of, yes, I accomplished something, and I did this, and I worked hard for it, and it was my race, and it was my pace, and I was the one that challenged myself. Nobody else challenged me. It was all about me and the race and the run that I completed. And having that accolade at the finish with this epic medal, really give it to the race directors in Charlevoix for just coming up with an amazing medal. So I'm going to take you through our runcation with Charlevoix from 2018. The race was in June. It is coming up again this June in 2021. I'll put a link to the Charlevoix Marathon down below in the description. So if you are interested in this marathon, you know where you can go. to register, and I'll also put some links to some of the other things that Charlevoix has to offer, including where to find those Petoskey Stones, which we'll talk about here in a second. So let's dive in and look a little deeper as to why I absolutely love Charlevoix and why I think this marathon is the best that Michigan has to offer for those of you who are completing your runcation.
They have a really nice little retail area with lots of different Charlevoix themed merchandise, including metal hooks. Packet pickup was super easy. There's race day registration. It's literally right in the heart of downtown. They have an area for official timing. The key to this race is making sure that you get over the bridge just in case there's any boats, because if there is a boat, they do have to bring the bridge up, and where you pick up your registration, as well as where the bathrooms are, is on the other side of the bridge from the start. So walking toward the start area, you get to cross Lake Charlevoix, which is right there. That's all of the half marathoners up ahead that you see. On this side is where it opens up into Lake Michigan and the famous Charlevoix Lighthouse.
One of the cool things that you can do in Charlevoix and in Petoskey is to actually go hunting for Petoskey Stones or Charlevoix Stones. Now, I had no idea what these were when we went there and did a little bit of research and found out that they're actually a fossilized piece of coral that was native to the Great Lakes, and they're in abundance in the crystal clear waters of Lake Michigan. Now, what's really cool about these stones is it's not like looking for a normal shell. It's actually a little trickier than that. It looks like just a rock when you're walking along the beach, and you have to get them wet. You have to look in crevices and have that patience while you're exploring the coast and exploring the beach. We actually asked one of the local folks at our hotel where they've gone to get Petoskey Stones or Charlevoix Stones and where they found them, and they gave us a great tip to a little beach that was along a walking running path behind a grocery store in Petoskey, and I gotta say, it was absolutely beautiful. It was private. My husband and I had this location all to ourselves. It was super cool, and I was so excited when I found my first stone. So I've got a couple of them here, and I'm gonna put them on video in a second. But you can see that this is one of the Petoskey Stones. By the naked eye, it doesn't look like anything. It looks like just a rock, and I'm going to show you what happens when we get them wet, and that's what you have to do. If you're walking along the beach or walking along the shoreline and are just looking for rocks, then you're going to miss it. You have to have that patience, and you have to have that good naked eye. So that was one of the Petoskey Stones. This one is a Charlevoix stone. So you can see, again, it looks like just a porous rock. It doesn't look like anything special, but watch what happens when I flip the camera around and I make it wet. So we can see the moment that I make it wet, how all of the little pieces of coral come out and the detail really pops. And what makes this a Charlevoix stone is that the little circles are closer together and they're tighter. This one right here is the Petoskey Stone, and you'll see that the circles are much further apart. They're a little bit fainter and a little harder to see, but this one is definitely a Petoskey Stone just based off of this little opening right here. And then I found two others, but they're definitely smaller. Again, this is a Charlevoix stone and then a Petoskey Stone that you can see that we found in that little hidden inlet. So 50 States runners, if you like this video and you like what you're seeing and you want to follow my husband and I on our journey as we travel throughout the 50 states, as we find our adventures and as we just train and, you know, find the things that make our runs extra special for us and why we love the running community so much, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help us out, and leave some comments to let me know what run you've done in Michigan. Did you do Charlevoix or did you do one of the other ones? Are there other races out there that, you know, really deserve that attention and that praise? So again, comment below, hit that subscribe button, and follow my husband Ryan and I as we journey the 50 states one race at a time.